More to see than will ever be seen. Gonna do what can ever be done. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, Firecracker, Tracy, Louise, Jonah. I just started. I'm still so busy. Didn't have a chance to post a video today. I can't believe the day's almost over. So I thought I'd just hop on live since I haven't done that for a while. Grogu's here. And so I could take questions. And hi, everyone. Hi. You just started watching Star Wars and you love it. That's great. What kind of Star Wars? Because there's so much Star Wars. There's something for everybody, you know? Um, oh, so sweet. A New Hope. Yeah, that's a good place to start. I usually recommend if people ask me what order to watch things in. Do you want to watch in chronological order or release order? I think release order because there's jokes you won't get if people assume that you've already seen other things. Um, Hi, you're a fan. Hi. My favorite Star Wars movies. I can't just pick one. I'm gonna pick three. It's Rogue One and The Empire Strikes Back and The Force Awakens. Oh, Jonah finished a Deadpool costume. How cool. I don't know how I'd have inspired that. I'm honored, but congratulations. That's a super cool costume. What cosplay I'm working on right now? I'm working on Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett. And I'm just printing the armor at this point. I've had to kind of start and stop it just because little other projects have come up, but hope to get back into it like this week now that I'm back, and I should be back home for a while, which is nice. So I have seen the most recent episode of The Acolyte. We can talk about it, but it is pretty fresh. It hasn't even been out 24 hours. So I maybe rather not talk about it just because I don't want to spoil anybody. So, but yes, I've seen it. In general, I'll say I'm really enjoying it. It is a mystery, and I'm enjoying seeing how the mystery is unfolding. It's nice to see another part of the Star Wars universe, another part of the Star Wars timeline, and I'm just excited to see what happens next. Do you enjoy making Super Mama Grogu? And if so, does it get frustrating sometimes? It's a great question. It doesn't get frustrating. It's more time consuming than you might think, especially when I bring in Mando Dad, because I have to find all the lines. I know the lines pretty well, but I think I did so many with just knowing. I don't know the third season as well because it's newer, so I find myself going back to the same lines over and over again. So more recently, I'm making a deliberate effort to bring in lines from the third season, and there's some great ones in there, you know. So that's taking a little bit more time, but it's not frustrating to do. Um, and you'll never run out of ideas because even if you repeat some concepts, like right now, I just started the video I posted on Sunday. It's going to be an arc about lunchtime, and I've done episode videos about him eating food, but there's all kinds of different aspects to it, so that you'll never run out of ideas. So. My Superman videos are the reason you watch The Mandalorian. I'm honored. They're pretty different. He doesn't talk, and The Mandalorian is not a comedy, but I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm on the floor because I'm comfortable on the floor. When I was in college, I didn't have any furniture, and my roommate and I we would watch TV on the floor, eat on the floor, and I find it relaxing. The light's pretty good in here. It's quiet, so that's why. Someone asked me if I support the LGBTQ plus community, and I absolutely do. I find it strange that that's still something that has to be questioned by anybody, but of course I do. Happy Pride Month. I do like making shorts. I um, like keeping up with the cadence can be hard. Like for the first year I was on it, I was posting old back catalog from videos I made on another platform, So I was posting every single day, sometimes multiple videos a day. And I had great success, but I think TikTok, I'm sorry, I think YouTube expects that kind of volume from me. And when I've tried to dial it back, I don't say I get punished for it, but um, I know YouTube rewards consistency, let's put it that way. So, but I am pretty much trying to stick to maybe 6 videos a week instead of 7. So like I took today off. Only because I was away, I was doing Fan Expo, I was in Texas, and then before that I was making that Ghostbusters costume, so I'm just a little bit behind. So, but I'm doing good, and I'm so grateful to have all these opportunities. Like, I'm not complaining at all, just trying to get caught up. I was getting caught up today, shooting some things, so I should be back on track by tomorrow. I'm not going to Fan Expo Boston because I went to Dallas, and I went to Fan Expo Boston last year. I don't know. I have a great relationship with Fan Expo. I'm really, really grateful. I think in general they don't repeat guests year to year, but I don't really know. It's my first. I've only been working with them since last July. So, but no, I was in Dallas, so not going to Boston. But oh, hey, Catherine. Hi. Con last weekend was great. Cons are great. They're really exhausting. And we flew back Sunday night, so didn't get home till like 1 a.m. But it was great, just recovering. It was a great time. Really, I just feel really fortunate I get to do those things. And Dallas was, I know this sounds maybe stupid to say, but it was way bigger than I expected. I was expecting the convention to maybe be more like Boston and Philadelphia size, but it was bigger. It was closer to, not as big as MegaCon, but closer to that size. It was really, really big. And everyone was so nice, like really nice. It was nice. Video idea, Spider-Man, bring Grogu some pizza and Grogu can play why Spider-Man's not Spider-Gwen. Oh, that's fun. Bring Spider-Man into my skits. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that, but that's a fun idea. How many fans do you meet at the cons? That's a great question. It's pretty steady. I'll have a line at sometimes, which is amazing, but I don't really count. I don't count how many fans I meet or how many 8x10s I sell. But it's pretty steady, which is again a huge honor. SoonerCon Oklahoma. Again, if you have a convention that you know that you'd like to see me at, I think the best way is to, most of these conventions have like suggest a guest and suggest me, and we'll see. I'm still kind of new to it. That convention I did last summer, NocoCon, it was the same weekend. I'm like, wow, I've only been doing conventions for a year, being a guest at one. So I'm still pretty new to it. So I don't really know how it all works. Oh, Poison V1618, we met at Fan Expo. Oh, I'm so glad we did. Hope you got home safe. Carter, hi. Head to Contropolis. I don't know if I'm going to Contropolis. I haven't been in contact with them. I haven't heard from them. But again, I get this sense that they maybe don't repeat year to year, but again, I don't really know. Day was good. Just trying to get caught up. Still trying to unpack. I'm a slow unpacker. Jeremy's someone that unpacks like the second he gets home. I take a few days, but I got like costumes to unpack and like real life clothes to unpack. But so still kind of, I think I just have a few boots and shirts to put away. Oh, I'm honored. People who say that I'm inspiration. I'm always astonished. What a staggering compliment. Thank you. How do I do my Jen Erso hair? Luckily, Jen Erso is a pretty simple hairstyle. It's just a tight bun in the back, and like you leave two pieces kind of open in the sides. That's it. So I usually I put in a ponytail, I twist it around, I put another hair tie around. It's really, it's not like Padme Amidala hair, you know? Oh, good question. Do you think you're ever going to stop doing the Trooper Mom and Baby Yoda series? I mean, I'll probably stop if people stop enjoying and responding to them, I guess. But no plans to stop. Hi from Uruguay. Least favorite Star Wars movie and why? I mentioned my favorite ones already. Empire Strikes Back, Rogue One, and Force Awakens. Least favorite, I don't really like to truck in least favorites, but I just can't say enough that it is mathematically impossible for every single human being to like every single Star Wars the exact same way. It's something that's becoming current with the Acolyte, and some people are really, really liking it. Some people are really, really hating it. And I just want to make sure everyone knows it's just super normal. You know what I mean? Not everyone's going to like all the same Star Wars all the same way. And that's why there's so much of it, you know? And there's books and video games and so much different Star Wars to enjoy. So yes, there are ones that I like more than others, but I think that's kind of what makes Star Wars great. Like, think of it like a Star Wars restaurant. Like, you and I might not order the same dishes, and some of you might order dessert, and some of you might not. Some of you might have a cocktail before, or might order a bottle of wine. You know what I mean? It doesn't, but we'll all eat at the same restaurant, and that's what makes Star Wars great. Will you be at Faxpo Toronto this year? Oh, Crystal K, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm honored. Crystal, someone asked about Faxpo Toronto. I don't know yet. So, but as soon as I know, I will let you know. Maybe. What are your thoughts on Rise of Skywalker? I think it's overhated, but I'd like to hear your thoughts. Oh, wow. I think most things that Star Wars fans hate are overhated. Rise of Skywalker wasn't my very favorite movie, but I think there's something great about every Star Wars movie. And the great thing I'll say about Rise of Skywalker is I thought that scene with Ben and when the movie came out, 2019, so we can do spoilers, Ben and Han was one of the best scenes I've ever seen in any Star Wars movie, where he's having that vision. I don't know. I thought that was, I still cry. When that movie's like on cable or something, I think that scene is just so well done. Adam Driver and Harrison Ford are so good. It's a great scene. And also, I saw a comment somewhere recently that said, for all like the different opinions people have of the sequels, that the sequels have the best acting in any Star Wars project. I'm like, oh, you know what? I really agree with that. Sorry, someone said a firework off. I was like, oh, that's not. Those are. The acting is so good. So I just, you're not going to catch me hating on any Star Wars project. I'll find the good in something. That's what I'll say about Rise of Skywalker. Is the performances are amazing, and that one scene with Han and Ben was like, oh, so good. Would I like to be in a Star Wars movie? Are you kidding? I would be a plant. I would be a Tuca cat. I would puppet a Tuca cat. I would do anything. Hey, Jen, is Trooper Mom Mando's first love? Oh, I don't know about that, right? Because we saw in whatever that Prison Break episode was in season 1 of The Mandalorian that he had a little, maybe a thing with Xi'an, that the Twi'lek with the, I can't think of the actress name, but she played a Tonks in Harry Potter. Mando's had fun before, you know. And also, I'm not sure if Mando and Trooper Mom are in love or if they're co-parents. I don't know about that. I like that maybe people are seeing different things than that for them. Who plays Princess Leia in the movies? Carrie Fisher does. And thank you. Did you say that I look like her? I have gotten that a lot. I don't really see it, but thank you. We see Jeremy, he is downstairs. He was grilling. He grilled tonight, so he's cleaning the grill. Did you see the new Mandalorian season drop? Mandalorian season 3 came out last year. Yes, I have seen it. Who's your favorite clone? My answer changes. My favorite clone is I do like Rex. I like that we have gotten to see a lot of Rex and his journey, and then his life beyond fighting separatists. You know. And in terms of the Bad Batch clones, we think, man, it's hard not to pick Wrecker, but everybody picks Wrecker. Like, how can you not like Wrecker? The 3rd season made me really like Crosshair a lot. I think he's had a very interesting journey, and probably the most interesting journey of any of Clone Force 99. So it's hard to say, well, Crosshair is my favorite because Crosshair has been a little mean at some point, but he has my favorite story. Let's put it that way. Ooh, that's a great question. What other fandom are you passionate about outside of Star Wars? Well, you guys know I make videos about Marvel. The MCU specifically. I'm very passionate about that. But I was just talking with a friend the other day about fandoms that I'm in and that things I enjoy that I've never once made a video about. Like I've made a few Ghostbusters videos. I know those movies super well. So you guys have gotten to see more lately. I think with the new film coming out this year, I've had the opportunity to make a few more videos and that I know that. I do know Harry Potter really well, but I don't make videos about it. Westworld, I've mentioned that a few times. Star Trek, I grew up with Star Trek. My family are big fans, so that was always on. Reruns of all kinds of different series were on. So I have not had the chance to see a lot of the new Star Trek, except for Picard. I've seen all of Picard. And but I've never made one Star Trek video ever, although it's a show I know pretty well. And I know a little Doctor Who. What I know of Doctor Who, mostly like 10th and 11th Doctor, are those are the seasons I've seen a lot of. So I can't say I know all the way back and all that, but I enjoy Doctor Who. It's just fun and easy, and the fans are just the best. What lightsabers do I have? Oh my gosh, what a great question. I've pretty much shown them all on this channel. I've been fortunate enough that lightsaber companies have sent me sabers to review, which is a huge honor. So I usually will just accept that. But lately I'll be like, okay, but only if it's something I don't have. And so far they're like, okay, whatever. So I have the Shin Hati. That's my newest one. I have the Rey double bladed. I have the Rise of Skywalker Rey. I have the Skywalker saber, Rey, Luke, Anakin. I have Obi-Wan's. I have Luke's, the Return of the Jedi one. I have Leia's. I have the dark saber. I think that's it. I think I counted them as like 10. I think I have, which is amazing. The lightsabers are not with me. I had to go out of the room and get the box and open it. So, but next time I'll think to have one with me. Favorite Star Wars trilogy. You know what I like just because I think they get overlooked and I really do have a soft spot for them. It's actually not a trilogy, but Rogue One and Solo. I think they make me smile extra, those movies. And I wish we had more of those little kind of standalone anthology movies that aren't part of a saga or a sequel. I wish we had done more of those. I think what happened with Solo, and I don't really know, is that because they basically reshot that entire money, it had a double budget. So of course it didn't make its money back because it cost the price of 2 movies. So then it was labeled a flop because it didn't make its money back. But it didn't make its money back because it was double the cost, you know? So I don't think that's super fair. But I enjoy those and I think they're overlooked. Thank you. The 4th season of Mandalorian dropped a new episode every Wednesday. I don't really think that's true, but what is streaming right now is The Acolyte. So maybe that's what you're thinking of in terms of a new Star Wars show that just started dropping and it's Tuesday night. So do you have a droid from Galaxy's Edge I can use in a Supermom video? I don't have a droid. I like droids, but droids aren't my thing. So when did you start making cosplays? I made Halloween costumes, but I didn't start making, we'll probably consider a cosplay until 2016. That was the year after The Force Awakens came out. So I have been cosplaying since 2016. Oh no, what is the best gift I've gotten from a fan? Oh man, I don't like to play favorites. I've gotten so many good ones. Anything that's like handmade and personal and that really shows they know my videos really well. Let me just say, any gift is amazing and a blessing, and I am so grateful for. But I've just gotten some things that show people have really paid attention and really have, that always really astonishes me because like that they know the stories and the lore behind like Supermom, whatever. That's wild. So I don't want to point out any gift in particular, but things that are handmade and thoughtful. Those really get me. And anytime there's like a note that I read about this, I cry every single time. Every single time. And I've done an unboxing of some gifts that have piled up. So embarrassed to say, things have piled up, but I finally did an unboxing and I'm going to do a long form video sharing that just to show my gratitude very soon. Because then I got a few more things at Fantasy Dallas. So got to stay ahead of it. Favorite episode of The Mandalorian? That's easy. It's The Heiress. It's episode 3 of season 2 where we meet Bo-Katan and Axwos and Casca Reeves. There's just something about that moment where he finds out the Mandalorians and it's Bo-Katan and she takes the helmet off and it's Katie and it's like this reveal in this moment. Like, I don't know if I've ever really had that for like a women character like that big reveal sort of thing. I don't know. It was a cool moment. It was a cool episode. I like that. So someone, Bella, my bestie, keeps asking me what my favorite singer is. And I don't know if I have an answer. Shoot. I don't know. I'm really enjoying Miley Cyrus's latest album. I know her voice got real damaged, and to say she's my favorite singer was like, well, what? But her voice. But I don't know. Like, I just that's what I'm listening to a lot of now. So thank you so much for all the kind words. Favorite Jordan Star Wars? Ooh, K2 for sure. R2 and L3 from Solo. Those three. But Hu Yang is pretty nice too. Think about making an ultimate Mandalorian costume as a combination of Mando armor and Bo-Katan. Oh, that sounds super cool. What cosplay is my crowning achievement? Wow. I would say the cosplays I'm most proud of are the ones that involved multiple techniques. Like, it wasn't just sewing, it was 3D printing, it was leather work, it was maybe foam craft. Like in the armor, I wove the shoulders. That was something new I hadn't done before. It's just weaving. But so anything like that I have multiple techniques in there, I'm like, dang, I did it, you know? Those are the ones I'm most proud of. So it would be like Bo-Katan, the Mandalorian, the Armorer, Zori Bliss, Val from Solo. Those ones. Even Val from Solo, which I never wear on my channel anymore, I actually modeled some of the 3D pieces. I mean, they're tiny and they're like just little squares and rectangles and circles, but still, I'm like, oh, that's sort of fun. Favorite cosplay, which one took the longest to make? So favorite cosplay I've already answered. The one that took the longest to make, it's kind of an Astro Spy, is Bo-Katan. What was that, last year or the year before? It took so long because I was painting the armor over the summertime. And it was so humid for so long and it was so rainy that I really couldn't get good painting conditions. So the armor kind of just sat waiting to be painted until it was dry enough to start painting again. So, but that's not quite because I wasn't working on it, just because I had to wait for things to calm down the painting. So I like added an extra 6 months to the bill, which was silly. Oh, hi from Brazil. Well, this is a good question about if I had one cosplay to wear forever. I'm going to answer your question a slightly different way. If I had to wear one outfit in Star Wars forever, it would actually be Bo-Katan. There's just something about that look. That is what I would pick for myself. It has a bunch of little pouches. I love the blue. I don't love having a jetpack on my back, maybe, but the whole look of it is just really my thing. That feels like the most me of any of my costumes, if that's fair. Hey, Caitlin, thank you. I appreciate subscribers being here. My favorite food. Oh man, I don't think I have a favorite food, but I have favorites, you know. Pretty much whatever is in front of me is my favorite food. But like, I like sushi, I like Mexican. In the summertime, I like a good grilled bratwurst, you know. That's good summertime food. I love tacos. So I wish I played more video games. I actually don't have a console. So, but I know a lot of people are really into Five Nights at Freddy and say it's super fun. But oh, Jaden, good question. What cosplay do I wear the least? Easy. The Mud Trooper from Solo. I love it, but I cannot get it on by myself. And then it's a lot of pieces, like the shoulders are big. It doesn't quite fit me. It's a vacuum form kit, so it's made for a big dude. And I could only trim it so much because the design, you can't really cut it off. So it's a little big and I can't get it on by myself and it's kind of cumbersome. So for all those reasons, it's not my favorite to wear. But once I have it on, it's great. I wore it. I did an event with the 501st, whatever year that was after Solo came out, and at a hockey game. And it was great. I wore it the whole time. I was the only trooper with my face out. It was great. But just getting it on is like an ordeal. So Oh, what a good question. Is making YouTube videos stressful? Do people recognize you? And is it hard and having a personal life? Um, Making YouTube videos isn't stressful. Making the videos is the most fun part. Keeping up with the schedule is a little stressful. Um, Keeping up with everything else, like the analytics and the numbers, I think because I posted an ad on Saturday, and Saturday's usually pretty big. Like my analytics are way down right now, so that's like a little stressful. But I know it's like ups and downs. So trying to keep like being mentally healthy about it all is a little stressful. But actually making the videos isn't stressful. Do I get recognized in public? I do sometimes, which is a huge honor, and I hope I always am nice. And I usually have stickers with me, so I'm grateful and give someone a sticker. So yeah. I'm usually recognized more when I'm with Jeremy because Jeremy is like a little taller and he has like a very distinctive face, you know. But I do get recognized sometimes in public. And it always surprises me and it's always a huge honor. So, what Star Wars character would I like to see a new Disney Plus show about? Ooh, what a great question. Um, oh, wow. Um, I have a couple answers maybe. I would like to see more Solo, you know? So if we're not gonna have a Solo 2, maybe with like Crimson Dawn and Kira and all that, like maybe we have a Solo Disney Plus series. It won't happen. Um, and and also maybe see what's going on in Mandalore, like the Mandalorians, but without Din and Grogu, like the armor and Bo-Katan and what's going on with all of them. I think that'd be cool to see. But that's a great question. I will say hi to Jeremy. I would play Minecraft. I play any game once. I do like games. I just don't have a console. Can you do the Grogu voice? I didn't bring water with me, so I can tell my throat's getting a little bit dry. Do I have a water within reach? No, of course I don't. I'm not prepared at all. Hey mom. No, that's not it. Hey mom. Mom, why don't you want to do the Grogu voice? Yeah, a little. It's not quite a falsetto. It's a falsetto with a little growl to it. Hey mom. Mom, what's for dinner? There it is. Is there a theme park you want to visit and haven't yet? I've heard Tokyo Disneyland is unbelievable because Disney doesn't own it. So the company that does, like, kind of does what they want to do and has built some really original, cool things. I'm very curious to see that one. Tips to sew for beginners. Go slow and accept that you'll make mistakes and accept that your early projects will not be good. And I understand that very little of sewing is sewing. Sewing is like 10% sewing, and the rest is like seam picking and ironing and cutting and pinning and fitting and ironing again. So just go into it knowing all those things, that sewing is a very little piece of it. So, and have more than one seam ripper because you'll set one down and lose it. So. Fantasy Foot Dallas, I was there. Two of my friends from YouTube went, oh, that's fun. It was really fun. It went by super fast. Favorite artist? Oh, I don't know if I have a favorite artist. I don't know artist names. I like buy art at conventions. And then I have them favorited on Instagram. So, but to pick my name out, I can't think I can do anything. I'm still doing videos of Dolores from Human Resources. They're my favorite. Unfortunately, Dolores and I live fairly far apart. She lives in Tennessee and I live here. So we haven't been together since New York Comic Con. But hopefully soon we'll be together again. So favorite Star Wars character. I can't pick just one. I'll pick like Leia and a Jyn Erso and Chirrut Imwe, also from Rogue One. When will my Uncle Boba costume be finished? It shouldn't be like, I don't know. I don't really have a deadline in mind. I have to do the armor and then I have to make the belt and figure out what I'm gonna do about a helmet. So maybe this summer, but we'll see. My head is pretty turned by The Master and Dara costume in The Acolyte, Carrie-Anne Moss's character. I like that tunic very much, like with the side sweeps. It actually reminds me a little bit of my wedding dress. My wedding dress had like seaming like that. So I didn't make it my wedding dress. I wasn't sewing back then. But I might break off to do a Master and Dara character. But I just need to finish printing it first. And that can be done in the background while I'm sewing something else. I'm probably gonna stick on, just so you know, for another like 15 minutes because I'm going to movies tonight. I'm gonna go see Furiosa. So I feel like I've been traveling so much that I haven't really had time to catch up with movies. So we carved out tonight, even though I'm exhausted, to go see Furiosa. So, what would you recommend for someone going to a con for first time? That's a pretty good question. People go to cons for different reasons. So know that you can't do everything. Take breaks, bring water, bring a battery, bring snacks, and just relax and have a good time. I try to have a sense of what you might want to try to do when you get there, but no, you won't get to do everything. So, how did I start making Trooper Mom and Grogu videos? So in the season 1 finale of The Mandalorian, there was a scene where these 2 scout troopers have kidnapped Grogu, and one of them is punching him. So I thought, oh, that'd be, what if one of those troopers, instead of punching Grogu, adopted him? So I took the audio from that scene and replaced one of the troopers' dialogue, the character played by Adam Pally. I took out his dialogue and wrote my own and did the voice, but kept Jason Sudeikis's audio, and then played both parts of the scene, right? And that was back in the TikTok days, and that video did pretty okay. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I'll do a follow-up about now these 2 characters are on the run and what's going to happen. And when I made that video, that was the first video I ever made anywhere that got 1 million views. So I've been doing them ever since. And now primarily on YouTube Shorts. Oh, that's so sweet, Kelly. You were fans about Toronto. I still have the sticker you gave me. Oh, I'm so glad. Favorite candy? Oh, that's a good question. I have candy preferences that wane and wax, but I'll never say no to like sugar candy, like if it's red vines or sweet tarts. And then with chocolate, I like peppermint patties and peanut butter cups. So I like other candies too, but like those are the ones I will never not like. So favorite movie, I got asked that in person at the convention, and I don't know if I have a favorite movie anymore. I have lots of favorites movies, and then I'll have movies. I saw a video about this. Your favorite movies to watch on a plane. Maybe people are different, but this person had the exact same mentality about it that I have. Like when I'm on a plane, I want to. Most times when we'll see something I've already seen before, so if I fall asleep, it's okay. But I have scenes I just really like, and this I kind of can relax and enjoy and feel like I'm kind of at home with. And those change. Like for a while there, I watched Spider-Man No Way Home on every single plane I was on all the time. Even if it was a short flight, I'd watch part of it every time. And now it's like Dungeons and Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves. I've watched that on like the past 6 planes I've been on. I just love that movie. I just think it's funny. I think the ending is really heartfelt. Again, not my favorite movie, but one that's like, when I sit down on an airplane, I'm like, all right, this is the one I kind of want to have on. That's a weird answer to your question, but I don't know. I just don't think I have favorite movies like that anymore. Am I going to Cincinnati Comic Con? Not that I know of, but ask them to invite me. You never know. The past 2 cons I've gone to, they've been relatively last minute decisions, as in just a few weeks before. So you just never know. Making a Bumblebee armor, that's cool. You're just gonna do a Disney cosplay, not like Marvel and Star Wars, just Disney Pixar. So usually for Halloween, Jeremy and I do Disney, because we go to the Halloween party at the parks. So what would fit that criteria for you? So we've done like, we did Fix-It Felix and Calhoun from Wreck-It Ralph. We did Mary Poppins and Bert. Oh gosh. We've done Disney villains like Hook and Maleficent. Done Tron, obviously. We did Dreamfinder and Figment were the last ones. I know I'm missing some, but we try to do Disney for Halloween. And then around Halloween, like this year, I'll hopefully have whatever we do, and I need to pick it soon because it's already June, in time to take it to D23 as well. Um, so, oh, like Haunted Mansion, we did that one year. So that's usually the Disney thing. Jeremy should do Pee Wee Herman. Oh, that'd be so cute. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Jerry gonna do Wanda Crown. Yes, I have a 3D printed one that I just haven't had anything to do with. So I have like a metal one that's like from Box Lunch. It's great. It's cute. It's good for like the sweatpants. And then I have a more like detailed one that's good for like the Multiverse of Madness look, that has like good like weathering and kind of dark hold patina to it. I just haven't finished it. I need to paint it, and I need to get like either combs or headband on it. I just haven't. But that's a good. I feel like this summer I want to do, in addition to Boba Fett, I want to do like a bunch of little projects I've been meaning to do and get caught up before I do another big build. I've done any video game kind of stuff. I really haven't. I mean, the closest thing you could count kind of a video game costume would be Tron, haha, and Calhoun from Wreck-It Ralph. But again, those aren't like real video games. Favorite Disney Pixar movie? Ooh. Favorite Pixar movie is Up for sure. Favorite Disney movie is kind of a tie between Moana and The Princess and the Frog. I think Moana is the best movie. And then I think Princess and the Frog, just my personal taste. I like the songs just like it's like the Olympics of Disney movies, like a tiny bit better, but they're both my favorite, Princess and the Frog and Moana. But like anytime we'll have like Disney on Sirius XM, the Disney Channel, sometimes I'll have that on when I'm in the car, and the Moana song comes on, I'd crank that and sing along, man. Every song's a banger. Favorite book? Oh, for a long time it was The Miss of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley, that retelling of the Arthur story from Morgana's point of view. I have a deep connection to that book. But that's been my answer for years. I don't know if I should probably get a new favorite answer, but that's a book I've always loved. So that's still my answer. Any summer plans? Hopefully we're home for a little while. It's gonna be nice. We want to get our deck painted and just be outside and enjoying like summer weather, but it's still pretty cold. Like I had the heat blanket on the bed again last night because it was still like in the 50s here, Fahrenheit. So I'm excited for it to be warm, to feel like summer before I make summer plans. But yeah, just hanging out. So I love your earrings. Thank you. I had these in over the weekend, the Sparkle Ghost, because of Ghostbusters Day. And so they're still kind of out of my dresser. And I'm like, these are just fun. I'll just put these in. So I live in New York. Favorite trilogy? I said before that, yes, Moana 2 is coming out, and they're also doing a live action Moana, which is super exciting. Favorite trilogy? I said before that I usually like to answer with it's Rogue One or Solo. Like, not a trilogy is my favorite, but let's pick those movies that don't get a lot, the two movies that were outside those, the anthology ones. So, favorite Broadway musical? Oh, man. Oh, how do you pick? Okay. I love the music from Miss Saigon a lot. I really like Come From Away. Yeah. I was trying to think of this. There was a third musical I saw in London that I can't think of the name of it. It was years ago, and I played that CD out, and but the name was it's just totally, oh, Blood Brothers. I that's that musical really stuck with me, man. They had this first act that was like, oh, it's like a musical and it's fine, and then the second act just like destroyed me, and I still sing those songs in the shower sometimes. So, but obviously, as you hear, I've not seen anything real new lately. Oh, and Back to the Future the musical I saw. Oh my gosh, how did I almost forget that one? I saw Back to the Future the musical this year. Loved it. Back to the Future the musical is something I know on paper that seems ridiculous, like ridiculous, right? And My friend really, really wanted to see it. Huge Back to the Future fan. I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. I'll go to see anything. I don't care. And it was the best time. It was musical with a capital M, but it was also like, and it was funny and it kind of poked fun at itself, but it also had this giant heart. Like obviously the movie's been out for almost 40 years. The scene where George and Lorraine kiss at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance is so romantic. It's such a moment. Like the crowd goes nuts. I can't recommend that musical enough. I know there are people who have seen it and just don't understand why that's a musical, but that's not, could never be me. So those are my answers. Ha. Ah. Hi, Jen from Michigan. Hi. Any cosplays you're gonna make after Boba Fett? Well, like I'm gonna make Master Undar. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do that from the Acolyte because I like that look a whole lot. I never had like a proper Jedi. I made a High Republic Jedi, but it was really just the tunic. I want to make the pants and the cloak. I want the whole thing. So I don't know. I kind of look ahead too much with cosplay. Like I'm not someone that makes like plans. I'm gonna do 10 things. I try to just look like one at a time, you know? So we'll see. I love seeing you pack up your board every time you leave a Comic-Con. I really thought we weren't going to bring the sign because we were carrying on and I'm like, I already have, my sign area is full. I don't need these signs. But then I got there and it was blue. Like the other signs are black and this one's blue. I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. So I thought, oh, hey, Ruth, that I'm going to at least try to take the sign home. So we tried and it worked. But there will be signs I will leave behind for sure. It's just such a huge honor, right? To have this giant sign with my face on it. Like, it just feels like something I should try to take home. We'll see. About 5 more minutes and I gotta go to the movies. So next Comic-Con, I'm not sure of. I've talked to a couple cons, but nothing's set yet. So I don't wanna make promises I can't deliver on. But as soon as I know, I will let you know. Pretty much, I am attending D23 Expo in Anaheim. I'll tell you that, that's for sure. But I'm not going as obviously like a guest or anything. It's a Disney convention. But I will be there in Anaheim, going like any of you would be. But in terms of where I'm like a guest and a moderator and all that, don't know yet. But I'm sure there'll be another one this summer. I just don't know for sure. Yes, I'm excited for Wicked. At Fan Expo, they play trailers on the main stage before the show starts, and they kept playing that trailer and the Beetlejuice trailer over and over, Wicked and Beetlejuice. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I saw Wicked. I really, really liked it. I've only seen it once, so I'm excited for the movie. Beginner sewing tips, take your time, accept you're gonna make mistakes, press your seams, have a good seam ripper, because you'll be using it. Hi. What costume can't you make but wish you could? Well, here's what I firmly believe, and this is not just true of me, but anybody. Anybody can make anything, right? It might take some people longer. They might need to collect more materials or learn more skills, but that's the same with me too. If I really want to stop and learn and get whatever tools and materials I need to do it, I can do anything. Pardon me. There are some things that would bring me no joy to make. So, but I've said that about a lot of things that I ended up making. So I know if I could say one skill, it's not my favorite, is like electronics. What to like program lights or to program motors and stuff. Like when people make an Iron Man suit and the face opens like that, that would be extremely daunting to me, to the point where like I can't do that. But any of us can do anything. We just, as long as we're willing to learn and spend the time and the resources. So, but I'd say my lead, like I don't enjoy fabric dyeing, but I can do it. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing yet with electronics. So, opinion on a Fallout cosplay. I think they're super cool. They're like the colors in the uniform, the red and the red, Jen, the blue and the yellow look super cool. And then some of the other characters with like all the prosthetics and stuff just look really, really, really cool. I haven't had time to see the show yet, but everyone says it's fantastic, and I love seeing the cosplay. I think they're great. So, in New York, it is 7:13 p.m. So in Australia, I'm imagining it's 9:13 a.m. So Oh, Jinx, I'm honored. Thank you so much. Favorite convention. I just got asked this the other day what my favorite convention is. I've never had a bad convention, so they're all pretty good. I will say most Star Wars celebrations are pretty special. When the whole convention's about Star Wars, it's pretty neato. You see some amazing cosplay and some creative things. And for some reason, Star Wars Celebration Chicago in 2019 pops to mind. My first convention ever was Star Wars Celebration Orlando in 2017. And then, I don't know, Chicago was just like a fun vibe. It was like, I hadn't spent that much time in Chicago before. It was just cool. I really like that one. So, if you're making something without a plan, how do you choose your fabric? Well, I don't make stuff without a plan. Neither should anyone. Have a plan, you know? But to pick your fabric, you kind of look at what you're making and look at what you're trying to do and what we want the color to be and the drape. That was a mistake I made with that organza. I got something that was the right color and the right translucence, but didn't have the right drape. So, but I was in a hurry and I knew it when I bought it, but I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out later. And you can't make fabric do what they don't want to do, but just do your research and know what's going to best fit your project before you go shopping. And I'm going to do one last question, then I got to wrap it up. What movie are you going to go see? I'm going to go see Furiosa. I know it's been out a little bit, but I haven't had a chance to get to the movies and get caught up. And so that's one I don't want to miss because it's a big, summer movie. I really like Chris Hemsworth and Anya Taylor-Joy, and I'm curious about it. So that's what we're going to see tonight. We're going to go see Furiosa and let you know what I think. So thanks everyone for dropping in. Again, sorry I didn't have a video today, but I'm just a little bit behind with travel and bang out the Ghostbusters thing real quick. So, but I so appreciate everyone who sticks with me even when I take a day off here and there. So thanks so much. And I'll have a new video in the morning. And until next time.